When we said we wanted to bring him to the table, I was like, well, what do you want to talk about? He said, mushrooms.
Yeah.
Just when you thought the Smiths had stopped being weird, they go and do it again. As bizarre as it all really is, it seems like Mommy Jada Pinkett Smith has gone rogue.
What it does, unlike just going to therapy and putting people on Prozac, right? Which I did that too.
Which that is not successful for so many people.
And that's the thing, so.
Jaden Smith, while presenting at the Psychedelic Science Conference in Denver, admitted that he and his family engage in the use of psychedelic drugs, an activity which, according to Jaden, was originally introduced to his household by his mother, actress Jada Pinkett Smith. Not just that. Jada has also revealed a really shocking revelation about her so-called marriage with actor Will Smith, and this time fans think it's simply too much.
It was not a divorce on paper,
Right.
but it was a divorce. So from the year 2016, which is 7 years ago now,
Yes.
y'all have been.
Yep, you heard that right. Here's everything you need to know. The Smiths aren't newbies when it comes to having a good time. Or not?
I just felt like I needed more freedom.
Jaden Smith, while speaking at the recent Psychedelic Science Conference in Denver, hit a shock when he revealed that his family had experimented with psychedelic drugs. Surprisingly, Jada Pinkett Smith, the actor's mother, was the one who came up with the idea for this one-of-a-kind activity for the family. According to Jaden, I think it was my mom, actually, that was really the first one to make that step for the family. It was just her for a really, really long time, and then eventually it just trickled and evolved and everybody found it in their own ways. The actor, who is 24 years old, provided light on the beneficial impact that these mind-altering substances have had on the dynamics of their family.
You get to a place in your life where you're blocked by something, whether it's a trauma, whether it's your emotions, your ego, not being able to express yourself. And then I feel like psychedelics are a way to tear down that wall.
According to him, siblings can argue so much and fight so much, and Lord knows me and my siblings have done so much of that in the past. But the level of love and empathy that I can feel for them inside of the psychedelic experiences and outside of the experiences has been something that's profound and beautiful. Jaden also stressed how these encounters have the potential to transform their thinking and shatter the old patterns that drove their previous fights. According to his description, psychedelics open up our minds to get out of the old ways of thinking that got us into lots of these arguments, and open it up so that it just releases and makes room for you to work it out and massage it out until it's completely gone. Well, while we are at a loss for words and a reaction to this, here's what fans have to say about the bizarre revelation. One fan, while hearing him express about Jaden's transformative journey, commented, "He destroyed his father's life in the process," while another one quickly responded, not leaving any stone unturned, "I wonder what else they introduced each other with." Of course, there are a lot of reactions that we can't possibly include, but here's one more. Why? Why is she doing this to her family, to Will, to her kids, to Tupac, who can't even confirm any of her nonsense? Seems like a stunt to make herself relevant. Now, just when you think that was the end of it all, Jada, being Jada, decides to do otherwise. Not too long ago, the reality of Jada Pinkett Smith and Will Smith's marriage has been revealed by the actress herself. According to her recent interview, the icon from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and the star of Girls Trip have been estranged from one another for an alarming 7 years, as the Girls Trip star revealed in recent interviews. As expected, fans were caught off guard by this piece of information, but Jada has verified that the pair has been living in separate residences since 2016 and are quite happy with it too. According to the psychedelic mom, "I think just not being ready yet. Still trying to figure out between the two of us how to be in partnership and in regards to how do we present that to people. And we hadn't figured that out."
I think just not being ready yet. Still trying to figure out between the two of us
Yeah.
how to be in partnership, right? And in regards to how do we present that to people, you know? And we hadn't figured that out.
Of course, right now, the most important question is why they kept this potentially groundbreaking development under wraps for such a long time.
I don't want to share all of this and not also share some breadcrumbs along the way of how I got through.
As per reports, Jada shed some light on the circumstances surrounding the breakup of their relationship by stating, "Why it fractured, that's a lot of things. By the time we reached the year 2016, I believe that we had just become weary of trying. I believe that each of us was mired in the idealized version of the other that we had conjured up in our heads. But despite the fact that Jada considered filing for divorce, in the end, she decided against doing so and explained her decision by saying, I made a promise that there will never be a reason for us to get a divorce. Whatever comes our way, we will go through it together. And I'm sorry I can't back out of that promise."
I made a promise that there will never be a reason for us to get a divorce. We will work through whatever.
Sure? Anyway, the couple has not yet mastered the art of navigating the waters of their relationship. As Jada has further stated, "We're still figuring it out." Yeah, well, that everyone can definitely speak for. She also stressed their profound affection for one another as well as their commitment to locating a solution to their problem. And yes, we have a few reactions from fans and what they think of this entire going round and round in circles. According to one fan, Will and Jada separated for 6 years. They are still legally married and should stay for the sake of their kids. Oh wait, the kids are adults. I guess they had no more excuses. Jada, good luck finding a man, #married life, #Kevin Samuels. Meanwhile, another one didn't hold back and expressed, does Will Smith know that he and Jada have been separated for 6 years? But here's one that really caught our attention. Jada Pinkett Smith says she was separated from her husband Will Smith for 6 years before he infamously slapped Chris Rock at the Oscars last year. How did we all survive this? Insane, right? In other news, though, it's now clear that Will had already been living separately from Jada for 6 years by the time of the 2022 Oscars, where he won the Best Actor award for his role in King Richard and made news by confronting Chris Rock on stage.
Oh, wow! Wow!
Meanwhile, during her interview, Jada recounted how, at first, she didn't believe it was real and thought it was all a joke, but then she understood how serious the issue actually was when Will slapped Chris in front of the entire world. However, after the show, she extended her support to Will while recognizing that he is on his own path.
The thing that surprised me the most, that I actually had to reread it because I said, is this true?
Right.
Was that in 2016, you and Will decided that you were going to live completely separate lives.
Yes.
It was not a divorce on paper,
Right.
but it was...
Beyond that, Will's inappropriate behavior during the Oscars resulted in him being expelled from the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences and receiving a 10-year ban from attending any of its events. Of course, he issued an open statement of apology to Chris Rock, and it was made abundantly obvious that Jada had nothing to do with the incident. But obviously, the last part no one is willing to believe. As for Will's personal reaction, well, we don't think he's going to be giving one anytime soon, mainly because he's not bothered. Looks like he's gotten used to the family's weird dynamic. After the shocking revelations, Will Smith made a welcome return to social media by posting a humorous video. Smith may be seen in the video relaxing in the cabin while dressed for the sea. The actor's voiceover adds, "I can take a nap almost anywhere." With a playful notifications off and a winking emoji, he captioned a photo of himself wearing a black puffer jacket. Obviously, Smith's devoted fans responded positively to the message because they enjoy his witty side more than anything. On the other end of it all, though, Jada Pinkett Smith joined the conversation as well, posting a mix of laughing and sobbing emoticons. This entry followed shortly after Jada Pinkett Smith's candid interviews, in which she discussed the content of her upcoming biography, Worthy. Jay Shetty, the show's host, also shared a touching letter from Will Smith after the actor read Jada's memoir. According to the letter, "I applaud and honor you. If I had read this book 30 years ago, I definitely would have hugged you more. I'll start now. Welcome to the Authors Club. I love you endlessly. Now go get some Merlot and take a rest." But here's the shocker. Jada too responded to the letter by saying, "He know I can't have no Merlot. That's beautiful. That's why I can't divorce that joker."
That has transpired between us has been absolutely perfect. all the beauty and all the ugly to get us to a place that we're coming to.
Huh, as if. That's all for today, guys. Make sure to leave your thoughts in the comments section below. But before you leave, make sure to slam the bell icon.